Right, just going to use WX maxima to convert expression in fairly straightforward maths notation into common Lisp, which is used by this program, and then edit that at the end to create something to be placed into AutoCAD. Okay, so let's define a function. The moment you start typing, you see that it sets up the cell. So f x comma y to assign things, colon equals square root function, sqrt, brackets, 1 minus x squared minus y squared. Okay, so at the moment it doesn't look exactly mathematical, but we can check that by sending it to maxima, and it checks out. We've got the square root sign above 1 minus x squared minus y squared. Okay, now we can plot this through the plot command. So plot 3D and enter our fxy. We'll leave those bounds as they are at the moment, and we'll go OK. And we can see that it's actually not really defined except in that very central region. That will cause AutoCAD problems. So when it comes to using this function, we can check to see what regions it's actually valid for. So we can actually just go back in and say, change that to a minus 0.5 to 0.5. Oops. Hit the wrong thing. Square bracket. And similarly for the y, minus 0.5 to 0.5. Resend it to maxima. Scroll back up, and that's looking a lot better. So at least those bounds seem to be defined for all of that shape. All right, okay, so to get the Lisp format, at least in common Lisp, just put a question mark, print, and that function, f brackets x comma y, send to maxima, and we have the expression there plus a rewriting of that in mathematical format. Okay, so if I select all that, what in between the brackets, copy it as text. Now down here, I'll just create a static text box so that it doesn't try to work out anything, and we can just edit it as pure text, paste it in. Okay, now we just have a normal search and replace here to convert this back into Auto LISP. The Auto LISP expressions are actually a lot simpler than the words that we see here. So M plus becomes just a plus sign, and we don't need that formatting information, SIMP, as well. So what we do is we can replace all these keywords in this fashion. So if I type Control F, the first thing I want to get rid of is that MXPT simp. So in brackets, Control F. Now we have the included back bracket, so we have to put that MXPT simp and the close bracket. Okay, now that can be just replaced by the word after the M. So in lowercase, EXPT. Place all, done. Okay, and I can still use that same search box. So I can just now change the EXPT to the word plus and replace that all with a plus sign. And what's left? The m times. So again, do the same thing. Write times. Put an asterisk instead. Replace all. And that's fairly close. I'll just change one more thing. The variables in Auto LISP have that $sign in front of them. We don't need that. So we can replace that with just the X and the $y with just a lowercase y. Okay, almost Auto LISP. Except the very first expression there is the expt, the exponent, in other words, power. So it's actually working out the square root as a power of, if we look down here, a rational number 1/2. Okay. Well, what I can do instead is let's take that exponent out as a power. Let's just put it as a square root, in which case I won't need this trailing one here. So if I get rid of, let's just get all the brackets right. So that expression, that matches the bracket behind the P. This matches the bracket behind the 2. Delete. And there's the Auto LISP expression.